Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Showbiz, where we talk everything fashion, entertainment, lifestyle and pop culture. To host you, my name is Mozes Bwalya, and today I have a very interesting guest in the building. So today I'll be chatting with the King of Hearts. I'm talking about Slayer Zambia.
What's good, man? What's good?
You good? How are you doing?
We're still in the COVID era.
Yeah, we're still in the COVID era.
Thank you for having me. I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm glad. I was wondering, I was doubting. Shabala is our pondo.
As when we give you our word, we definitely come through.
Yeah, I'm glad. So I was looking at my worst song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was released about 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, 6 months ago.
And it has already hit 1 million views. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
Well, for me, it's an achievement.
That's your first 1 million?
Yeah, that's my first 1 million.
Wow.
And hoping to get more now. Yeah, motivated to get more now.
Yeah. Which other song looks as if it's going to hit 1 million views?
Of course, If Love Was a Person.
If Love Was a Person. People are playing that song. Especially in my hood. I'm hearing it every single day.
Yeah. And it's actually doing well on TikTok. It has about 9,000 used sounds.
Wow.
I think it will reach 10K.
That is huge.
Yeah.
That is huge. Let's talk about your music. How would you describe your genre of music?
Well, it's R&B, but it's more on the love side of R&B, you know, and it's relatable music.
Relatable music, yeah. What do they call it? Timeless music.
Timeless music,
yeah. Exactly. And now, how do you write? Rather, how do ideas come about when you're writing or when you want to write a song?
No. Funny enough, I've never written a song in my life. Well, yeah, I've never
So who writes for you?
No one. I compose. I've never sat down and draft. Because I feel I think a lot. So I feel when I'm writing, I'll always rap back and forth because I want it to be perfect. So I would rather do it in the moment and forget about it. So so what usually happens is I get inspired by so many things, but 75% of the things that I sing about are emotions that I felt.
Oh.
So when I'm inspired by a sound, then and there I'll start developing what I want to talk about.
Interesting. Do you also do that thing where you just go on the mic and just begin to sing whatever is coming from you?
Well, if something that's playing it's moving me, yeah, definitely that happens. I just get on the mic and I'll say whatever comes to mind.
So your music is that raw.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Now let's talk about your names. Slayer Zambia, also known as the King of Hearts.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Actually, that title is not self-proclaimed. It's people who actually gave me that title.
The King of Hearts.
King of Hearts, yeah.
The
Slayer Zambia is me. Zambia, where I belong.
Yeah,
the Slayer, I think I Slayer in my genre, and the Neo.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So when you first heard of King of Hearts, I mean, how did you take that?
Well, for me, the way I construct my career and my music, that was an achievement because I grew up, listening to music that will make you think. Yeah. When you're listening, you're like, oh, okay, I can fall in love like that. I can love another human being like that.
Yeah.
So for me, to be given that title was an achievement because what I meant my music to, the impact I wanted my music to have out there, that's the title that was given.
Amazing, the King of Hearts. I think there's one Telemundo movie called
King of Hearts. Yes, I've seen it.
Now, let me take you back a little bit, to where it all started from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, where and when did you start music?
Well, I grew up in a house where music was a culture. My mom used to sing a lot in praise. Also, my grandma used to sing a lot in they call them choir, And my grandfather was James Brown of Zambia, and my uncle was a bit on the rap side, Tupac, those eras and whatnot. So for me, music was just like I grew up in a house where everybody loved music. So I just found myself, in it.
Oh, so you were in some sort of a choir?
No. Funny enough, I've never wanted.
Which church do you go to?
Right now, I go to Mountaintop.
Ah, okay. That's a Pentecostal church.
Yeah, ministries, yes.
Because I mean, from other artists, you'd hear, I started out in a choir,
No.
Beyonce's.
My grandma used to push me to join the choir, but funny enough, I never found the interest to join.
To join choir. Yes. But you can actually sing
now. Yeah, I can.
All right, interesting. And at what point did you decide to take music professionally?
Oh, okay. So as I was, falling in love with music because of the environment I was growing up into, I discovered that my auntie, there's a certain auntie of mine, well, she was a friend of my mom, but they bonded and they became family. So she discovered that I could actually sing. Whenever she hears me sing, she was like, you can actually sing, you can actually sing. Yeah. Then she introduced me to Celine Dion, imagine. Okay. Then from there, I just developed the interest of music, school and music, and at some point, I preferred music than school.
Oh.
You get the sense. So I come from Counter Square Stage 1. So we developed a studio. We created a studio with a few friends that were also interested in what I was interested in.
When was that?
That's way back. 2005, 2004, 2005, somewhere there.
That was a long time.
Yeah. So by then, I didn't want to become a musician. I was just composing songs for other people.
You were like
doing choruses. Doing choruses for people. And that's how I met PJ.
Amazing.
That's how I met
met PJ.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we came the late PJ. Sorry, we came from the same hood.
And now I see why you guys sound the same. I think there's a bit of similarity. You guys.
Yeah, I think at the time I met PJ, that's when I started now doing music. So the time I met PJ, we met at a certain studio. We had the same producer, and he pursued his career in music, and I drew back, and because of my parents, Zambian parents, not most of them support music. True. Yeah, so I kind of drew back, and he pursued his career, and wow, he did great.
Amazing. And now from the time you decided to pursue music, as a full-time thing, which song gave you that big break?
So I started professionally. I started in 2015.
Oh, okay.
Professionally, I did my first 2 songs with DJ Lo. By then, he was working for Iconic Music. Yeah, from there. So the idea that we had with a friend of mine called Clemsy, because he really believed in the movement, even before I would actually sit down and say, okay, this could actually work.
Yeah.
So the idea was we do an album that's we compile an album which comprises of all the happening studios in Zambia. So we started with Iconic. Then from Iconic, we went to K Army. And funny enough, that wasn't the first time meeting KB. I met KB 5 years ago.
Oh, so 5 years before, and then 5 years later,
5 years later, and then did 2 songs, paid for 2 songs, and KB was like, no. This is your home, you've arrived.
Yeah,
and
okay.
The sound is right, so this is where I belong. So we signed, I signed at KM.
Was it the time we heard you in My Diary?
The time I was getting there, that's the time I was, putting Diary 3.
I first heard you in My Diary 3.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, wow, okay. My Diary 3 is actually... It's my conqueror, My Diary. But it's 11, 12 up.
Still better than 12 up.
And the funny thing with My Diary is that we always look forward to seeing the new talents in it. So right now, I'm vibing to Frank Rowe. Yeah. So I've heard him twice here already.
Personally, I think KB is one of the producers in Zambia who can really groom an artist from scratch and to their prime. Because it's not that easy thing, just to believe in someone. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But KB believes in you from scratch till you get to your prime.
Okay, so now you get to K Army and you even get the chance to feature in My Diary 3.
Yes.
How is the response now? How is the feedback, from the public, from the people? Did you start getting that momentum, or it was still,
Well, yes, as you are doing something in life, there's a way you expect things to, you know, to pop up. And sometimes it doesn't really pop out the way you want them. Yeah, but the momentum was there, the response, people were responding, but not the way me and KB wanted. And sometimes it will get to you, but KB will always say, it's time.
Chillax.
It's time.
Okay, and now, did you feel that frustration, you know, where you just feel like, I think I'm feeling or maybe it's not working?
Well, I've had that frustration, and good enough. I'm a person who likes to learn from other people, you know, from my predecessors, you know, and there was one time I liked to watch T.D. Jakes' sermons, and there's one of his sermons that said, even when you ask the richest man now, if he never had a point in his life where he wanted to give up, he would tell you that there's a point in anyone's life that you feel like you want to give up.
You just want to give
up. Know, but when you give up, you're forgetting that there's only one you, and there's a reason why you're doing that particular thing.
Yeah. Remember why you started.
you get. So that strengthened me to say, okay, yeah, the frustrations will always be there because you want results, you know, but God's time is the best.
God's time is the best. Amazing, amazing. All right, so in case you've just joined us, this is Showbiz, and right about now, we catch a very short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You are still watching Showbiz, and I'm chatting with the King of Hearts, Neil Slayer Zambia. Neil, we continue.
Yeah.
So now, before Nexus.
Yeah.
And now there's Nexus now.
Nexus music.
What's the difference? What has changed in your career, you know, before you joined Nexus, and now that you are with Nexus, you know, what are some of the transformations?
Well, so here's the thing. In Zambia, we've never had a record label like Nexus and Kalanda Music Promotion, where when you sign a contract, at least, you know, your life, your career changes.
Will be guaranteed
to change. Yeah, will be guaranteed to change, you know, and Nexus has given us an opportunity, you know, to just concentrate on our craft, on our work. You just wake up, all you have to do is just work and work and work and work. You know, it has given us that peace of mind, you know, where they will take care of you. All they need from you is just work.
Just your work.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to ask this question. How did Nexus come about? I mean, how did they poach you?
Well, so here's the thing. I'll go a little bit back to yesterday. I saw a post, Nexus posted my, what's that video? It's a cover for 24/7 that I did. They posted it on their page, and there was a comment. There was a comment from a young, I don't know if it's a young producer who was promoting his artist, you know, and he went on to say, this guy is better than Neil. You get? Yeah, so this guy is better than Neil. And, you know, there are so many things I look at on social media, and I'm not a person who likes to, you know, tweet back, if I may put it like that. You get the sense. But when I looked at that, and I was like, no, this one I would definitely answer.
Oh, wow.
You know, and I told them that no one owes you anything in life, regardless whether it's music, it's business out there. No one owes you anything. You have to get it.
Not even your mother.
Yeah, you have to get it yourself. And you know, and I went on to say, all you have to do is work. Put out your work there. If the guy is really good, people will notice. And that's how Nexus noticed me. When I released Process, Process did so well on Vesasani and just out there, and you know, and the owner of Nexus actually, you know, was listening to it, and it was like, oh, I really need this guy, and without knowing that the producer that he signed, Big Busy, is the one who produces my music.
Nice.
You get the sense. So he started looking for me, and then he got wind that Big Busy is the one who produces my music. So he talked to Big Busy, and probably it's a channel. So KB is the CEO of Nexus. So Mr. Ngulube told KB, and KB told me, and then we sat down, and that's how, you know, it's just work. You know, I didn't go on their page, say I'm good, I'm what, I'm what, and what. No, you don't self-proclaim. You just put out your work, If it's good, people
will
definitely
notice you. Yeah, exactly. Now you talked about comparisons. Let's talk about the comparisons that you always get. I always see feuds. I always see the shade on social media. You and Yomaps. No, he's come to replace Yomaps. ABCD, Shani. How does that make you feel? And what's your take?
For me, I haven't come to replace anybody. Yeah. Because we are all different. He's Yomaps. There's no one who can ever be Yomaps, and I'm Neil, King of Hearts. There's no one who's going to replace that. There's only one me. You get. For me, I don't look at it as competition. Yes, there's competition that motivates you, and there's competition that destroys you. Competition, when I see Yomaps does a hit song or does a beautiful song, believe me, he would attest to this. I called him. There's a song that he did. What song was it? I think it's I've forgotten the song that he released, and I liked it. And I actually called him and I said, Mntwandi, Chikari. You get the sense. For me, I was motivated to do a nicer song because my friend has done a nice song, not to replace him or to beat his song. No, but I was just, because everything that we are now in life is because we've seen from somewhere. That's the way life is. We can't run away from that. Now our pastor preaching amusha, ndine pastor, but nengafuna preaching akomonga. You get, but it has to end there. It has to motivate you to do you, but not to replace or to become somebody else. Yeah, that's how I say it.
Yeah, amazing. And now, as an artist, you get to a point where you become your own competition. You get to a point,
and that's the best thing.
Yeah,
that's the best. You have to compete with yourself. Today you do a song. Tomorrow the song that you're supposed to do has to beat your previous song.
Exactly. Everything you do has to be phenomenal, better than the previous records.
That's the way to go.
And now you've reached a stage where you've earned the right to be you. You no longer look at other people's works to say, okay, where am I gonna gain inspiration?
It's you. It's about you.
So now, when you're creating music, or when you're seeing other artists creating music, do you feel the pressure to say, "Oh, there are so many albums out there, or there are so many singles out there," or does it feel like a field of creativity where you feel like, I just need to sit and work on this? Yeah. So is it the pressure, or is it creativity? What is it?
When you're competing yourself, you have no pressure. You don't pressurize yourself when you're competing with yourself. Only when you're competing with others, because every day somebody else is even as we are speaking now, somebody's
producing.
So you need to work at your own pace. And at the end of the day, albums are not something that you just throw out there. You need to create this anticipation from your fans. Definitely when your album comes, people will jump on it.
Yeah, definitely. Talking of albums, when do you intend to give us an album?
Well, Nexus, as you all know, Nexus is all about albums. So, we haven't set a date yet, but April is the month that we're thinking to drop.
So them songs are already there.
It's to work day and night.
This is amazing. April, you're promising to give us something.
We haven't set the date yet, but the moment we do, we'll put it out there.
Will you start announcing in April, or April you are giving us something?
I think for now, the way things are moving, I think we'll announce in April.
Because I'm looking at Bombshell's recent album. Bombshell made noise with Mfumuka's. When she came here, I told her, it's a Bombshell, we are tired. When are you giving us that album?
And it's really a good album.
I
hope you had time to listen to it. It's really a good album. I did
listen to all the songs. I actually compliment almost every day. It's say, "Ish, girl, you worked yourself out on this one." And now, you are now famous. We can't run away from the fact. You are. You have no idea. Your songs play every day in my hood. Every day. So already that describes it. So how do you handle being in the prism of fame?
Well, that's a good question. There's a reason why I don't talk like the way I sing.
Oh, okay.
God is clever.
Sounds interesting.
I mentioned God a lot because God is great. So don't mind me.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're all Christians.
So yeah, there's a reason why I don't talk like the way I sing. It's because that's the difference between the entertainer you see on stage and the person, the me now, the real me that only my family and close friends.
Would you also say you have an outer ego? You know, to say there's that person in you, and
no, it's not an outer ego. It's just a separation of the two. You don't have to involve the two together. One will mess up the other. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So if you can put a barrier between Neo the entertainer and Neo the family man, that works for you.
You've just mentioned Neo the family man.
Oh yeah.
How do you balance your time, you know, between Neo the family man and Neo the artist? Because I believe you're very busy, you know, with Nexus. I'm sure you guys work day and night. You just told us you'll be releasing an album very soon. You have a birthday bash coming up on the 12th. You're delivering tickets almost every day. So I mean, how do you balance up your time? How do you create time for your fiancé, is it?
No, my wife.
Your wife? You guys are married already?
Yeah.
Wait, where was I?
I don't know.
I remember seeing the engagement.
Like I told you, I'm a very private person when it comes to my personal life.
Okay, can I delve?
Social media.
Can I delve
you
more
can.
in
You
this?
can. I have nothing to hide. You can.
Amazing. We saw the engagement on social media. I think that was late last year.
No. That wasn't. That was not an engagement. That was what?
That was not an engagement.
Chilanga Mulilo. We say it in English. Chilanga Mulilo. Yeah.
And then the wedding followed, and then we just didn't see it.
You see it. Don't worry.
Why would you do this to us?
No, you see it. You see it. You just see a photo. Like always, you just see a photo. And it ends there.
When I want to see it too.
No, we'll invite you there.
All right, so we're talking about balancing. How do you balance your time?
Well, firstly, you have to have a woman who understands you. And when she understands you, everything falls into place. You know, success is not easy. I'll tell you this. There has to be something that has to be sacrificed, and for me, I feel time is the most sacrificed thing when it comes to when you want to be successful.
It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. So yeah, but there is always a day in the week, and for me, that's Sunday. Sunday, I never do anything. It's church and family.
Wow. Okay.
The rest of the days, I can do whatever I want, but Sunday is church and family.
Dedicated to church and family. Yes. Amazing. Wow.
And I'll make sure it's family. Even if you call me at 50 per Monday.
Oh wow. Okay. This is interesting. You know, I hope people are learning one or two things from this. So it's not about the money. It's not about no. Amazing.
I mean, for me, my kids and my wife, they're the most important thing for me, and I have to make sure. At the end of the day, they are the people that I fight for so hard so that they can, you know, have the life they deserve. But at the end of the day, you need to give him time as well. So you talked about your wife being very understanding, but then, you know, there are times when you get dragged on social media sometimes. That was the case. So long ago. We heard, the King of Hearts has been arrested. I remember we talked about that issue on the breakfast. The King of Hearts has been arrested. Like, wait, what? Yeah, so there was an impersonator somewhere who was actually getting money from women.
From women, you know, pretending to be you.
To be me, yeah.
And they arrested you.
Yes.
And how long did you stay in the South?
Just one day. Just a night. I spent the night there.
A night. But then the following day they discovered, oh no, it was an impersonator and ABCD.
Yes.
Didn't you sue them? I mean...
Well, I've been there, well, at some point in life, you don't have to be humble. Yeah, but don't overdo it anyway. Well, the thing is, one step at a time. That's what I believe. So when I got out, the first thing that I did was catch that impersonator. And
did
then,
you manage?
Yeah, we did. We just didn't publicize it.
Can you be sure That's our juice.
No, we will do it. Right now is
Or maybe you're creating some sort of film or documentary with more Tambila.
No. So Zikta advised that we don't, put it out there first because they're still discovering more behind that. But we managed to get him. He's He's
behind bars.
Yeah,
or he's out.
Like I was. He's behind bars. Why would he be out?
Oh, kudos to you. Amazing.
Yeah. So after that, yes, I'll deal with with the adjustment that was done to me by the
So it's not just that impersonator. I mean, there are other social media shows also that you get almost every day on social media. But how do you deal with that? How do you handle with social media pressure?
Well, like I said, social media, here's the funny thing about social media. Social media is social media.
Yeah.
I mean, someone can be seated, someone can be seated in one room and they're posting money. you get the sense. Yeah. And when you yourself, you get, moved by that, I think that's not right.
Yeah.
Because no one shows you the ugliest part on social media of their lives. We all show you that we're happening on social media, even when we're not. So if you get affected by social media, I think it's not. Social media is not a real world.
Yeah.
For me, it's not a real world.
Yeah.
It's just a platform we meet and people say what's on their mind. What they cannot say, face to face. Tweeting, so why would I get affected by that?
Yeah,
you get to say. I just mind I really mind my own business on social media. When you mention me in something that makes sense, I'll reply. I always reply.
So I may actually see everything.
No, not everything.
You in.
Not everything. You can't manage to see everything.
The people that have time, everything.
I don't. For in our industry, no one has that luxury.
No luxury too. No. Yeah.
Unless someone is managing your page.
Okay, amazing. Now let's talk about the industry in general. What do you think? Are we okay, or maybe we still need more improvement here and there? Or how are we doing?
Well, for me, I feel we are not okay.
You think so?
Not that. No, I do believe, because we grow every day, we learn every day, and now this is when we are starting, to value our industry, like to hold it dear and to know that this is actually playing a role in the Zambian, just the country at large.
I think so too, because I mean, so much is happening in the industry. What a time to be alive, actually. We're seeing so many international collaborations. We're seeing Nexus, the winning team.
The winning team.
Doing amazing things. They have studios in South Africa now. And Tanzania.
We are yet to open. They are yet to open a studio in Tanzania, but it's in the pipeline.
Amazing. So very soon we'll start seeing you guys doing international collabos or maybe shooting videos from all these countries.
Yes. That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea.
Amazing. Zambia Kuchala, this is the thing.
Zambia Kuchala. Who says that? Why celebrate, isn't it?
Leo with Dave Jam now.
Yeah. She's getting deals with John Walker. Is it
Johnny Walker?
That's a big deal.
So for me, I feel like it's such a milestone.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying now we're not there, but we slowly getting there.
Amazing. And so what should we look out for now from Neo?
Well, like always, Neo is all about music. So
just music
and videos, and I'm planning to have a talk show. Reason why I'm planning to have a talk show is it's amazing how, like I mentioned before we started the interview, I said, when I was given the title of King of Hearts, for me that was an achievement, because the reason why, the impact I wanted my music to have out there, the name said it all. Yeah. You get the sense. So I get a lot, when I mean a lot, I mean a lot, people just trying to come and get advice, relationship advice, But the thing is, I'm not an expert. Spoiler alert, I'm not an expert, but I feel like the knowledge that the experience that I've gained through my experience, I can talk to somebody.
I think with you being married and having that successful marriage is qualification enough already.
It's successful.
And the songs also.
It's successful.
It's successful.
It is.
From what we've been hearing from you, from the last pictures, we saw everything.
Yeah, it is.
Successful to us. So that's going to be a relationship advice kind of talk show.
Yeah. So what will happen is we'll advise each other. I will not only be the one to advise everybody. So we'll talk, normal talk. You know, today I posted something like, depression is real, but suicide is not, you know, is not the solution. Yeah. It's because, honestly speaking, social media, WhatsApp, let me just say, a phone has really deprived people from speaking to each other. You know, you get the sense. So let's check on each other. You know, not that ka text you know, Barendo, these days we don't receive Barendo Manyumba. Have you noticed?
No. Nowadays it's mother, father, child, or namguys.
So yeah, but it's in the pipeline.
In the pipeline.
Yeah, we'll definitely hit you up.
Amazing. Yeah. Definitely cannot wait. Wishing you all the best.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure hosting you. We cannot wait for the talk show. We cannot wait for the album, and we cannot wait for the bash. When is the birthday bash?
12 March.
12 March.
Next month.
It's already
here. Oh yeah. Tajai, that's at Neo, my location. Everybody's sending locations.
Strange.
Yeah, so my birthday bash is on the 12th of March.
Youth Day.
Youth Day, yeah. This is my youth, is one.
Yeah.
It's Youth Day. It's at Muko's Pub and Grill. It's along Relay Road, just before Chalala Showbiz.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can get your tickets at CompuTickets, ShopRite, any ShopRite store, or you can check my page. You can send your location. I'll deliver personally.
Wow!
Deliver.
Oh, amazing! The king of hats.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Amazing.
And you know, I've never had a bash before.
So this will be your first.
This will be my first, and reason why this will be my first and last, I guess.
Why will it be your last?
Okay, reason why I'm doing this bash is because it's not for me. It's because I want to do something for the church that I go to.
Oh.
Yeah, there's something that I want to give back to God through the church. Yeah, so the bash is all about raising money so that I can do what I want to do for the church.
Initiative.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Neo. Thank you so much once again.
No, thank you for having me, man.
All right, so that was Neo Slayer Zambia. I hope you guys have learned one or two things. If you're an aspiring artist, make sure you put in the work and people will notice your work. So, I mean, the sky is no longer the limit. Keep soaring higher and higher and higher. So this is where I get to wrap up the show. From me, Moses, and on behalf of the entire crew, it's goodbye.